What's up YouTube, Electric Kicks here, back at it again with another video. And today we got something different. So I created my own Nike sneaker again. Now you guys are probably wondering, hey, what shoe is it? So it's actually a classic silhouette. It is an Air Force One. So I designed my own Nike Air Force One. Here is the box. It was part of the Nike by You program. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Nike ID program for back in the day. You were able to customize the materials and the colors and make it your own. Now here is the box. As you guys can see, where the size tag traditionally is, should be typically your name, the size and everything, but for some reason they just decided not to do it on my box. I do know people that did have it on their box overseas, so like in Europe they were getting their names and the size on it, but I don't know what's going on. Nike might be slacking, but it is a slide out box, so I do really like that a lot. Jordan 11 vibes, one of my favorite boxes from back in the day. Now for the paper, it does say 101 and it does have a whole bunch of cool Nike there's a whole bunch of Nike branding on it. So let's set the box aside, and you guys are probably wondering, hey, what do the shoes look like? Bam, Air Force One. As you guys can tell, this is all patent leather upper, and the reason why I wanted to do that is just something different. And I did get a lot of inspiration from like the Bape Studs, a lot of old Air Force One models that did have patent leather, and we just don't see that nowadays. Nike just doesn't want to put it on the Air Force One anymore. If anything, they should just bring back a lot of the older models, because Air Force One quality back in the day was a lot better. But I will say that Nike did give us a very good customization options this time around. So Icy Sole, you guys already know, Air Jordan 11 vibes, patent leather, Air Jordan 11 vibes. But I will say the quality of the patent leather is actually pretty good. The cut isn't as thick as you would expect compared to a Jordan 11, but for the price point of $130 and being able to customize majority of the shoe, not like the dunks that we were able to customize, they didn't give us that many options, but for the Air Forces they gave us a lot of options. But what I did notice, that a lot of those options started to go away as people started making their custom. So I don't know if it was a supply problem or if people were just getting a little bit too creative and creating colorways that they did not want us to make. So they started removing certain options like lace color, lining color. But as you guys can tell, the swoosh is a little bit different. It's not your traditional Air Force One swoosh. It is the anniversary swoosh. That's what they called it. It does have a little stamp that says first use June 18, 1971. So I guess that's the first time they used the swoosh on the Air Force One. I'm not quite sure. Somebody please correct me if you guys know what that means. That's probably what I'm gonna assume, or just the first time they used that specific style of the swoosh. Now looking at the insole, you do get this pretty cool insole with a whole bunch of the Nike logos. So you do have the present ones and the past ones, so that is cool. Now looking at the tongue, I don't know if you guys can see, there is some lettering on the tongue, and so that is my name, my birth year, and the current year. And on the second shoe, I do have a little message on there, paved the path. And that's one cool customization option that they did give us, was you can actually write a decent amount of stuff. I believe it was like 18 characters on each shoe, so you can write a message, write a date, write something that's meaningful to you, or just write something cool. And I think that Nike really executed the Air Force One really good this year, especially with the amount of customization options. They give us options from leather, I believe suede, leather, and patent leather, and you can literally put all those materials on the shoe. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with what Undefeated is doing right now, and them adding a whole bunch of crazy materials onto their Dunk and Air Force One. You could have done something similar, and it is very cool. So props to Nike, because they did a really good job on this. And I will say, it didn't take that long. I think for me, it only took like a month to get to me. So that's from like ordering it, then they have to make it, then they have to ship it out to you. So not that long. I know some people got it faster, but these are currently still available on the Nike site. So if you are interested in going to make your own pair, you can go and do that. Just know that not every option is going to be available on the site because, like I said, I don't know if it's a supply issue or if it's just a thing that Nike just doesn't want us to make certain colorways because they either plan on releasing them in the future. I'm not quite sure, but if you are going to make your own sneaker, an Air Force One is a classic silhouette, and I think you can never go wrong by making this shoe and making it your own. Just be creative, and I think that's something that Nike's just pushing towards. I've seen a lot of crazy stuff that they've been making, and I think it's dope, and I really want to see more. Now, will we ever get a Jordan 1? Probably not, because that's literally one of their best seller shoes. Like, why would they make it so you can make your own? Because then that would just drop sales. But, you know, in the future, Nike, if you are listening to us, just give us some Jordans, Nike by you. Just let us mess around with it, like, because there are a lot of people who are in the custom scene who are just making shoes, constantly changing the colors. And if you just give us that option, like, we'll surprise you. And if anything, I feel that the Nike by You program is also a thing that gives inspiration towards Nike designers to kind of make certain colorways and certain silhouettes, to see what the community is creating and to see what they want. So just, you know, hopefully you're listening, Nike. Give us some more options to customize shoes. You'll be surprised what we can make. But here is a look at the Air Force One. And it is going to fit true to size, those who are wondering, who don't know what your size is. So if you're a normal 9.5 on Air Force Ones, I recommend you just stay true to size and get your 9.5. So for me, I'm 9.5. I want 9.5. These fit fine. Fit like a normal Air Force One. They don't fit too big. They don't fit too loose. They fit fine. In terms of quality control, they did a really good job. There's no issues that I can see. No stitching, no nothing. Maybe just a little bit of glue stains kind of on the very edge of the shoe where the midsole and the upper attaches, but nothing too crazy. And yeah, so let me know what you guys think about this Air Force One, and let me know if you guys are going to be making your own, because I think you guys should take the opportunity, since we don't get these amount of options to customize a shoe that often. So yep, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.